Hello everyone, welcome to Seasonal Tarot. My name is Kathy. Welcome back if you're returning, and welcome in if you're new. Super duper appreciate you being here. We're going to continue on with the 2026 zodiacal year for the year ahead, starting with the winter solstice and continuing on. This read will be for Taurus and or Gemini, and also the cusp between Taurus and Gemini. So if you're very close to that and you're not too sure which of the signs that you fall under, this reading may be for you. As well, if you have anything in your house for like a stellium or anything like that, or you're dealing with cultural familiar roots, home, peace, and comfort. Okay, the 8 of Pentacles, hard at work. Taurus is all about trust, patience, and sensuality, and Gemini is very much about curiosity, intellect, and networking. So let's begin, Spirit, for Taurus and Gemini. 12 cards out for the 12 months. And now I'm going to place the 13th card in the middle. The 13th card is going to represent the 13th moon in 2026. You can Google that, see where that is in your, where that will fall for you, and make that discernment for yourself. Bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Pentacles. This is about community working together to create a more solid foundation. Okay. Taurus and Gemini. So for November into December, right up to the winter solstice, we have the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords is about competition and strife. This could be internally or with another person. So you have a choice to separate yourself from this conflict, and in order to do that within yourself or with another, you should probably perhaps get in touch with some of your feelings that are, try not to react, try to observe. December into January, we have the 7 of Swords. So more mental strife. Something is really seems to be bothering you. You're guarded. You just have to watch that you're not tricking your own self or self-sabotaging your own growth. What do I mean by that? I mean that sometimes we see things in life that we that aren't really perhaps, or we're refusing to see the truth about something, and so, or we don't believe we're worthy enough. So those things come up for us and we kind of trick ourselves. So double check, do some inner work, do some reflection work, do some journaling. If there's a situation within yourself or with another, maybe it's in the work environment, do some journaling about it. And, you know, take a day or two and to objectively then come back to those notes and see if there's something that's just can be tweaked, or something doesn't seem right. January into February, we have the 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles, we have a 7-7 on the board. 7-7 is a direct message from Spirit. 7 of Pentacles is about doing that inventory and deciding whether or not we want to change something within the way we do things, or the way we're looking at something. Is the juice worth the squeeze is another, you know, colloquial term that comes into mind. So the first part of the year, from now until January, February, you are really very much reflecting or need to reflect on the things, environments in your life. I have the sense that you already are doing this, and so that you're aware of this already, and this is not something new. So moving from February into March, we have Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is about feeling left out, feeling hurt, feeling lost. Maybe perhaps go back and revisit. Is there anything that you are not noticing in your life? There is a natural process before we start to manifest, and grief is a natural process of that. So that is also something to consider. February to March, March into April, we have the Two of Wands. So here is your opening. Here is your new beginning, I'm being told. You're starting to see a direction. You're starting to define a direction that you want to move more into. Not that something was really bad in the past, but it's something that you want to really initiate in your life. March into April, April into May, you have the Two of Pentacles, and you're seriously weighing this options that you've made, and you've created some kind of a balance within that. And so something that you're satisfied with, that you can now take flight on. Lovely. May into June, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Wow, good job. So May into June, you have something that you're, the universe is gifting you with, or it feels like a seed that you're now planting and firmly establishing into some kind of practice, or implementing it into the ethers, or something like that. You have a vision, which is very, very nice. June and July, we have the Nine of Cups, and this brings self-fulfillment. This is like, this is beautiful. This is beautiful energy. You've done the work. You've really weighed out your options. You've considered the options. You've done the balance. The universe is behind you 100%. And from this, you get absolute personal fulfillment within like the first 30 days of implementing this. You know this is what you're wanting to do. So August, July into August, we have the Son of Swords. So yeah, absolutely, you're very much in a youthful energy, but you're going for the gusto. You know exactly what where you need to go with this, and so you're taking the actions to do that. This is just beautiful. Okay, August into September, we have the Chariot. Wow, things are manifesting and taking off. This is in line with a lot of other different readings that I've done so far. It seems like the first half of the year, first 3/4 of the years, a lot of people are going within and then manifesting into the later half of the 2026. So, just keep that in mind. You're not alone, and other people around you. So if something's not quite working out at the beginning of the year, go back into inner reflection, and things take off. So September into October, Two of Cups, more than just fine. This is beautiful. So diagonally across, you have the choice that you made. Right before that, you have some kind of loss or sense of loss, or feeling left out, or grieving of something in your life, or something old in your life. And then directly across, or next door, you have the Two of Wands. You see your options open up, and there within the 6-month spread, you have the Two of Cups, and that's a balance either within the masculine and feminine within you. That's your emotions and your action balanced out. Or with another person. You're meeting somebody else, whether it's a business partner or somebody in your family. You're actually so November into December, the Wheel of Fortune. You, like many others this year, are doing an entire cycle. Some of you are at different points on that cycle where you're beginning, but you're all ending up, you've done a complete cycle of work this year. And I find it very interesting that I think I'm at like 6 or 7 signs now in the zodiacal year, and it's all very similar. I shuffle these cards. They're all very similar stories. So it's like collectively, we're kind of pulling up our own socks and getting down to the brass tacks and making something for ourselves in this world. And I think that's very, very poignant. I think it's very important. We're reflecting on the past. We're fine-tuning whatever personality traits that we have that we don't no longer like. And we're moving on from there. And I think it's absolutely beautiful. And if we can all recognize that first within ourselves, of course, as well as recognizing that in others around us, I think we'll get very far in 2026. It'll be much, much better. So this is the 13th card. This is the center card of this reading. This is you and your 13th moon. Like I said, you can look that up to see where that stands for you. But within the zodiacal year, there's 12 calendar months, but there's actually 13 moons. So Daughter of Wands, beautiful. So this is a balance of action. And it's very balanced. You have balance in emotions. You have balance. You're bringing balance into your mental realm, into your practical realm, into your emotional realm, and you're getting these things done, and you're weaving a future that looks very, very bright for you if you're a Taurus or a Gemini or you're a house 4. And yeah, I think this is a really good thing. Daughter of Wands is very action oriented. She has passions. She has the natural ability to make things grow. She just has to keep that youthful, stupidity is coming to word, but I don't want to use that word. Youthful naivety, stupidity, blindness in check. And when she's done that, then everything is well. That's good. So what am I going to get a clarification on for you? Okay, these came out on their own, so I'm going to leave them at that. This is kind of general overall. We have the Lovers. The Lovers is again about that balance between the masculine and feminine within us. We have the Four of Wands, which is about stability in the home. And then we have the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands, this is, we started off with the Five of Swords. So this is about mental strife, as well as, watch the way we use our words, how we use our words. Words are power. And then we also have the Five of Wands. And so the same sense of competition. It's about building community, right? So know that, go back to recognizing that you're not alone. You are on this journey as well as the next person. And so I think if you can keep that in mind, then you will be able to bring balance. The Death card is right underneath the Three of Pentacles, which is just, again, reinforcing the fact that you are completing an entire cycle within this next year of 2026. All right. So thank you so much for being here. I hope that this helped. I'll take a snapshot and put it there for you. You're welcome to save this or send this video to yourself so that you can come back and have a sneak peek month to month, just to make sure that you're on point, or if there's anything that you need to watch out for. Again, this is a collective read, so it may not be personally exactly what you want, but overall, this is a general reading. So thank you very much, and until next time, take care.